So, we finally have some big news from UFL regarding an update. Now, there's some good, some bad, some things left out, and some questions for sure. So, let's get into it. This is Eugene Nashalov, the CEO of UFL, the CEO of Strikers, right? And here's what he has to say. So, he has some numbered notes, right? First one saying, we're working on a major update for March now. No small fixes this time. Now, right off the bat, I read into the wording that goes into these because it gives you an insight into the mindset of the development team, the CEO, right? And the alarming thing here is that the big thing wasn't small fixes. The big thing was that Strikers was trying to cater to everybody with these updates and these patches with UFL. Instead of sticking to their guns and sticking closer to the game they put out initially, which was when the game was most widely liked and widely popular, right? When the largest amount of players were interested in playing the game, so on and so forth. They went from that and tried to make all these fixes to make everybody happy, and then it turned into a huge mess, and now we are where we are. So the wording small fixes is not exactly what caused the game to get where it is. I understand that you could absolutely argue that, but the biggest thing is, and I wish it would have said something closer to, we are getting back to what we initially released before we started messing up the game trying to fix everything that everyone wanted, because we know that's not possible. Obviously you're not going to get these, CEOs and development teams to say exactly what you want. I totally get that. But I truly don't think the issue was small fixes at all. So that's the first thing. But we won't nitpick on it. I'm just saying I do read into those kind of things. The next thing, number 2, it will bring a massive update to core gameplay. Passing, reception, shooting, AI, fix some exploits, and is designed to elevate the overall gameplay feel. Now, all of these things are good. All of these things do need to be fixed, improved, whatever. But what I don't see here is anything about defense in particular. Now, that could go under fixing some exploits. However, if that is the type of update they put in here, and I haven't read on, this is my live reaction, so maybe the defense is further down. But if this is the only part that may or may not talk about defense, that definitely is an issue, because that's the biggest problem right now. And again, it ties to UFL Strikers tried to cater to, the hardcore player base that wants a challenging skill-based game, and also to the more casual players that were complaining that defense was too hard. You get what I'm saying? So now we have this broken defense, and if that's not fixed, no matter what else in here is good, it won't matter. But let's move on. Number 3, it will represent the first step in skin system rework. All the skins you've already acquired will get significant tiered power updates, and the Team of the Month event will be launched as part of the initiative. Okay, so basically what you're saying is, hey, that skin system with the attributes and the stars and whatnot, we're actually going to give value to them. We took all your money. We pretty much scammed you, no matter what they say they did, because they gave a quote-unquote small upgrade, right? Give me a break. What this says to me is, hey, we realize that you guys are PO'd, rightfully so, by the way, and we're actually going to give the skins the value that, we advertised as. So that's a good thing, but that should have already been there. It's kind of like EA Sports. Great update with this last patch, with FC25, but that should have been done years ago. Now, the next thing is a new game mode with PvE, right? Daily tournaments will be introduced. That is huge. We've been asking for that. Several content creators, several players in the comment section have been talking about things like this. This is a good thing. It brings depth to the game. The game is very stale. You play your divisions, you play Showdown, you get little to no rewards, especially in divisions. And then when you do get rewards in Showdown, they're pretty much meaningless no matter how much you win or lose. And now we actually can go in and there's a new mode. I love the idea of the tournaments too, so that's got my interest. That's a good thing. Play through Monday to Friday or play all matches on the weekend. That's huge as well, catering to player schedules. Restarts every Monday. Then a player versus player type of mode, type of tournament mode will be coming with meaningful rewards. I'm glad they added that. See, the wording does matter. Now, it doesn't say the particular rewards, and I won't, give them a thumbs up until we actually see, because they've said, oh, we're upgrading the rewards in the past, like with Showdown, and the upgrades were dog crap. So we'll have to see if they truly get upgraded or not. But I love everything I see here. A PvE and a PvP mode with a tournament style setup, that's huge. It adds depth, like I said. Plus, I love the meaningful rewards part. It shows that they know their rewards have been dog crap. Okay, number 5, a thematic and fun content update will be a part of the story. We'll see what that is. They've been great with customization and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. Nothing huge, though, right? Because the main thing is the game is terrible to play right now. But that's cool, a little nice addition. Okay, so that is it. But let's read their little outro, right? Spring is packed with events, new modes, PC-related updates, so that's big for PC players. Although, if I'm a PC player and I was excited about the game and then I see all the negativity, if you just scroll through socials and content creators, with the very few that are covering this game still, you might not be as excited, but there you go. If you wanted the game on PC, this could be huge for you. We have no intent of hitting the brakes. In fact, we're flooring the pedals to see just how far we can reach. Honestly, I'm not trying to be funny, but you had the pedal to the metal, and then for no reason, almost like you were winning the race and you just decided to slam on the brakes for no reason, just to, cause chaos. I don't know. I know that can't be the real reason why, but it seems like that. So hopefully what this really represents is we realize that, we totally messed up, and we are going to try to put the pedal to the metal again, like we did at initial release, and give you something closer to what we offered when you actually liked the game. Big things that are missing. Number 1, way above all, the defense. If this whole release was based on fixing the broken defense, I literally would have been happy, right? Or maybe 2 things, the broken defense part and then the new modes, because the game does need depth. Even if they fix the gameplay, right, the broken defense mainly, the game needs depth. So that, and then probably the skins part too, just because that needed to be fixed. They have those in there. It's essentially false advertisement. Now it looks like the skins will actually do what they represent, on screen with the stars and this and that. But the main thing is the broken defense. That's the main thing that we don't see in here, and we're just going to have to stay tuned for. But as many are saying right now, this is a make or break update. Unfortunately, we've said that before, and players have held on, which is great. But if you look at the numbers, especially if this 1,000-player thing is true across all platforms, they're just hanging on by a thread. Not to mention, the closer we get to the next release of FC26, no matter how many people truly don't want to buy the game, right? The bottom line is, as it gets closer and you see the new promo for the new game and you want to play football, the new season's, getting going, and it gets going right before the release, which I think is smart, because for me, when I see football get started in real life, right, it gets me going to play FC, to play any type of football video game. So I think that's always smart by FC. Now, Konami and Strikers, they don't have a yearly release, but it still is a big time for them, because that's when certain players may jump ship from their game and go purchase FC. And once you purchase the game, guess what that means? I spent money on this game, I'm going to make it work. So now, even if it's pretty bad, which has been the case with EA Sports and FC until this most recent patch over the past several years, you're going to go, well, I spent 70, 80, 100 bucks on this game. I'm not going to, let it collect dust, proverbially, while I play these other free games, right? Players absolutely get to that point, but there's a lot more that say, nope, I'm going to make this work. And if players start to say no way on eFootball and UFL, or they're getting bored, or they just hate the gameplay, guess what? They want to have fun playing football. They kind of get that FOMO. They want to buy the game, and they don't want to miss out on the first promo, the second, they don't want to get behind. So they have a decision to make. A lot will go buy that new FC. So again, there's still time before that, but especially with the way FC's going with the content and everything, they're really trying to make the player base happy. And then eFootball is absolutely a fun game. They're always going to have their niche player base, which now I totally get because I love eFootball. I'm currently on an FC grind. Their content's ridiculous, but eFootball still keeps pulling me back. I'm still having fun learning that, right? Because I'm absolutely getting crushed, but that's fun for me to go from the bottom and work my way up. That's how I started in all of these games, right? That's where the reward comes, is as you get better. Now, UFL, it was the same way at the beginning when the game was more skill-based, and they need to get back to that. So let's hope these notes are the beginning of that. Nothing crazy. I'll give it just to be nice, a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10 as far as these updates go. Now, the very last thing I wanted to say, though, has to do with why these notes are here. This is where the main notes should be, but instead you have this small update on some nonsense information when the most important part is over on the CEO's personal Twitter page. It makes no sense at all. And I spoke earlier about being able to really get insight from the wording. You can also get insight from decisions such as this. Those notes that Eugene posted, first of all, should have been a lot more elaborate, especially with the state of the game. And even if they aren't elaborate and you wanted to keep them exactly how they are on Eugene's Twitter page, this is where they should be released on the main UFL website. Instead, they just talk about general maintenance and some kits being added. That is the kind of things that makes people not have faith in strikers being able to fix this game, right? There's a lot more than that, but these little details, the players absolutely see. So, only time will tell. Hopefully this is good news. Like I said, I give it about a D plus or a C as far as, what they released and how this can hopefully turn the game around. I would have liked to see more, definitely more detail, but it is what it is. So, keep grinding, keep having fun. I will keep you updated. Peace.